Alright, boom, what is going on, everyone? We're back with another video. It's going to be a bit of a different video. I haven't done a video like this yet, so I thought, why not? We'll give it a shot. So I found this old axe head. It's old axe head right here. As you can see, it's broken off on the bottom. So the mission is to hit that out, clean it up, and hopefully make a new axe out of it, a new functioning axe. So that is the goal of today's video. So first things first, I want to organise getting that bit of wood out. So I'll need my hammer. So we've got a hammer, even though there's a hammer on the bench right there. This one's my hammer. My gear wrench. Little set here. I'm going to try and use this stuff. If this doesn't work, we'll have to fix something. It looks like it's moving, which is good. Or I just have to chisel away. It's been quite stubborn, but we have made progress, I think. So I'll pause it and then I'll keep hammering away at it, and then I'll start recording once I get it out. Okay, it's a bit loud because of the rain, but we're all good. We've got the bits of wood out. Here's one of the bits of wood. Wait, where is it? Here's one of the bits of wood. Yeah, it's just hammering it as much as you can until it decides to come out. Alright, so let's move on to the next phase. I'm sorry if it gets a bit loud as well. We're obviously making things, so there'll be things like grinders and stuff like that. And the rain. It's all a bit loud, so I apologise, but that's how it is. What we're going to do next is we're going to clean up the axe. So clean off all the rust, any mating surfaces that are going to have to weld to each other. And then we might shrink down this tube just a little bit so it fits in there. Hammer it in a little bit, and then we'll get to welding. Yeah. Just another thing as well, I can't emphasize how important it is to use your safety equipment. So I've got my glasses, that's a form of eye protection, just so I don't get shit in my eyes and I don't go blind. Steel cap boots, and they're enclosed, so any sparks or any bits of hot metal or debris, when they fall down there, they shouldn't go into my boots. I've got long sleeves. They're a bit short and they're not really tight, buttoned up though, so that's alright. I'm okay with that risk. The only part that hurts about is the welding, you know, the slag and the splatter hits your arms and it just hurts, but it's not that bad. Obviously when grinding as well, you should always button up your shirt, because if you don't, you know, you can get your shit caught in there and it's just not fun. It's always important to have your hair tied back as well. You know, just the essential things. So I'm gonna button up my shirt. Now we'll get back to cleaning this axe. There's a big vise next to me, so I might use that. Big vise. then I can get some more accurate or clean it better, I should say. Because I don't want to do this and have to clean that, you know. So, chuck it in the vise. This other vise that never gets used. Don't really need a lot, just so it doesn't move. That's all we're aiming for. Alright. Oh no, I can show you what I'm doing. Watch out for the sparks. That's what quick and easy. Always tap your bit of metal, just like a quick tap. That's how you can indicate if it's hot or not. The reason why I do a quick tap is because a quick tap will hurt less than doing this and waiting. It's like a delayed effect. Now what I'm doing is also very dangerous because the only problem with this vise is it's not secured into the bench. But it's fine. Let's try there. I just need it secure enough. So yeah, so we can't do that. Oh, no, we can. See, that's dangerous, so don't do that. See? Better off being safe than sorry, finding a safe solution. Honestly, standing it up on the desk, on the bench could work, but there's always the chance of that falling over. Only problem with this vise is it's old and slow. But let's be honest, rather take that extra step in safety and be a dickhead and get yourself hurt. I can try. So this is very dangerous what I'm doing here. I'm only using it as a form of support for the base so that I can do it properly. So fingers crossed. Oh good. Alright, loosen that. And then it's just a matter of we have two sides left really. And then we can get to welding and designing the handle, whether we want a long handle or a short handle. It's our choice really. Let's get this side done first. So I'd say it's the tougher side. See, that ain't going anywhere, so that's how you should do it. So, see how the magnet is placed there? This is just how I use my stop. So, yeah. So I'm safe, it's secured. You can take a heavy hit, and because we're using the grinder just to clean off the surface, it's not going to do too much pushing or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about it going through. G. Bada bing. So then one side left, and that's an easy side. I can just chuck down on the table. If I was really unsure, I could use a magnet like this and secure it. Again, it's always better to be safe than sorry. But I'm pretty confident with it. So I'll get you in a good position. I think the sparks are going to go that way, so we'll try and aim you this way. So yeah, if my hands get in the way, I'm sorry, but yeah, safety's on. You can if you're worried about your hearing, you can obviously put in earbuds, but it's like in the workplace, obviously. But yeah, it's not too loud, so that's the good part. My ears are fine, so let's go. There we go. I don't need too clean. I just need clean enough to weld, and clean enough to look nice. So that's pretty much just what we did there. Made it look nice, and then welding shouldn't be a problem. The next thing is sorting out this tube. You can see there's a bit of dirt in the end. We're going to make sure this is all good. We're going to do the exact same thing, clean it off and everything like that, and then the ideal situation is we're going to try and put it in there, hammer it in a little bit so it's up to there, and then we've got a nice little axe to use. Looking at it, it doesn't look too dirty, which is good. Doesn't look too rusty, so we might not have to clean it. But the edges are not sharp at all, so no one won't cut them, which is another good part. So I'd say just get the hammer. Get the hammer or get something to squeeze it with. And yeah, whole goal is just let it go into there. Might not even need it. That's pretty secure. I mean, it's not all the way in. I'm going to make sure it goes all the way in. And it's actually straight, first of all. Okay, we're going to have to do some work with this one, otherwise we're going to have a lob-headed axe. So, I think the best bet is to hit it out, or get it out, and then flatten the tube a little bit, and then go from there. There. And honestly, you could probably use rice for this, because all you're doing is squeezing it. as long as the vise is strong enough and it doesn't break anything. Just find the end I want to use, but I want to use that end. And if it still doesn't work, just give it a hammer. So no one's going to blame you. Smart bit of advice as well. Just find the tube that fits first. Yeah, it's there. I need you. Pretty good. Down. Okay. So now, all I've got to do now is I either decide if I want the axe to go full length. So the tube is probably about here in the axe. I've got to decide if I want it to go there or leave it here and weld it. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I might push it in a little bit more. And, fingers crossed, it stays straight. Fingers crossed, it fits. In an ideal world, you do what you want to do, honestly. And do what suits you, do what fancies you, and do what appeals you. Because for example, I don't have to send this in all the way. If I want the axe here as is, boom, I can use it here as is. It's all my choice since I'm making it. Chuck it back in the vise. I'm almost happy where it is. I just want to make sure the handle is perfect. I don't want it cockeyed or anything like that. But if it is, at the same time it's like, oh well. You get what you get, I suppose. I don't know about used, but that looks, from where I'm standing, that looks pretty good. Not send it. It is what it is. No, I'm happy with it where it is. So I'll take her out. Lay her on the bench. We should turn on the welder. And then get ready. Okay, so I've taken my safeties off. Put on my helmet. Also, additionally, I've got gloves because this is obviously going to be hot metal. And in an ideal world, I do not want to burn my hands. I should try not to damage the GoPro. Try being keyword. Before I do that. Make sure that's connected. Stuck on the glove. And let's just see where the weld is at, and then adjust it from there. Okay, so can you come here? Okay. Bubble there. So we're going to give it a bit more heat. So there's a tip for you. If it's bubbling up, it probably means it's too cold. If it's obviously blowing holes into the metal, it's too hot. So you adjust it based on those. You want it perfectly in the middle. Good there. We've had problems with these welding strips before, they're not fun. That's dog shit, no more than. That's an okay weld, it's definitely not my best weld. She'll do for now. It's all about experimenting as well. If you're very unsure about how your weld is going to perform, do test welds. Me personally, I don't care, and I just send it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There we go. Better. Yes, lad. It's a bit smoky, so make sure you also have proper ventilation. Because if you don't, yeah, it could end bad. I don't know if I have any bits of metal, because like, this is an axe, so I want it to be as secure as possible. If I could place something there, In an ideal world, that'd be great. Let me explore what I have. Let's see what I have. Now all I'm doing is looking for metal so I can secure it more. So I'm gonna pause the video and yeah, I'll start recording when I find some again. And I've got to be quick because my battery's dead. Okay, I found a little bit of metal. I'm gonna try and make it work. And if it doesn't, god damn it. Okay, I'm gonna pick it back up. Okay. Okay. Start and secure, and then we're going to tack it. Bloody tick. Okay, all I wanted to do was tack it. Now we're good. Yeah. Chill. Okay, now I need side cutters. Oi! See, that is exactly why you use gloves, people. It was a dumb idea of me to touch it. But because I wore gloves, I didn't burn myself. It stinks in here, Jesus Christ. So I opened the doors up a little bit just to get some ventilation. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. It should hold up. And if not, I can always weld it back together. I'm not worried about that. But I'm here. So I might test out the axe later. But for now, I'm going to cut it off. So I might see you in a bit. If not, goodbye. Okay, we're back and we're going to test how the axe performs. That's the finishing touch. The axe head is very large and it's very heavy. As far as I know, it should work pretty well. Only thing I wish I didn't put on was this part here. I only put it on there for extra support. It looks alright, it's not that bad. The axe head is very big though. That's my hand. And here's the other axe we used to use. This one's way heavier. But yeah, oh, it's just as simple as I'm holding it up top because it's just easier. Basically all we're doing here is I thought, you know, might as well make some kindling for the fire, and while I'm out here I get to test the axe just see how good it is. So we've seen how that one performed. Let's use the older one. For example, this was the older one, the new one's there. The old one, so all in all, they're not bad. One is definitely heavier and longer than the other. I mean, that speaks for itself. Come here. Axe works pretty well. All good. Goodbye.